The story of how I built the ring for a client 2 weeks ago. I happened to just take pictures and videos throughout the entire process, and I'm going to be able to show it to you here. I think it'll be interesting. This ring was built for a client. She was celebrating her 20-year wedding anniversary. I upgraded her from a 2-carat diamond to an 8.88 carat diamond. And we customized the ring exactly to how she likes it. If you're looking for a diamond ring in a price, and you can spend around $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400 million, I'm your guy. There's not that many people in the jewelry industry that specialize in these high-ticket items and customize beautiful engagement rings. That's my specialty. If you come at me and say, hey Mike, I need a good deal on a Rolex, I can't help you. If you say, hey Mike, I'm looking for a gold bracelet, that's not my specialty. I could try to help you, but it's not my specialty. Diamond engagement rings with big rocks, customized, that's my thing. If I can't help you, nobody can. Let's get started. So she was introduced to me by her daughter, who happened to follow me on Instagram. And the first time we met was about 3 months ago. She came in just to do a little bit of research and look at some of my big diamond rings that I had already on display. Fast forward about 3 months, they came back to town. They're not from New York, but her husband was doing a seminar for work in one of the hotels out in New York City. And she met with me, she tagged along with him on this trip, and we met on a Thursday. She looked at some of my rings and my diamonds once more, and we pretty much narrowed it down to 1 or 2 stones. In the end, she chose a 8.88 carat emerald cut diamond, which was set in one of the rings that I created, but she wasn't totally sold on the design because she fell in love with the design of a ring that had a cushion cut in it. So the dilemma was, we like the diamond from one ring, but we like the design from another ring. For me, that's not a problem. I made both rings in the first place. I could easily make another ring themed after the one with the cushion diamond, but make sure that the 8.88 emerald cut is in. So this is what we're shooting for, kind of. This is exactly where we want to place all the little diamonds. The only difference will be the center stone will be that emerald cut, and the border around the center stone is a different shape. This is a more cushiony shape where it's bowing outward at the sides. We're just gonna replicate the shape of the border of the emerald cut for the new ring that we're making. So what I want to just say one more time is, she saw this ring style, emerald cut diamond out of the ring that it's in, put it in a scanner. This scanner allows me to get a 3D rendering of the stone in my computer. This way I can start building the ring around the stone. And she's looking for a particular diamond, upgrading to a 8 carat from a 2 carat. This here is an 8.8 carat. This was the ring, this was the diamond she fell in love with, but the ring is not exactly the way she likes it. She fell in love with the ring style of another ring that I have in my inventory. And guess what, folks? No problem. Once you have a diamond in mind, what I did here, this is already loose, it's just resting, but the diamond comes out. I'm not even in my showroom right now, I'm in the factory. This diamond will be set, and we're gonna make a ring exactly. So this right here, the purple in there, is the emerald cut diamond that I showed. It's completely scanned by a scanner, so we know the exact measurements and every single facet is accounted for. And then we build the ring model around it. Everything fits super tight like a glove. Okay, the ring is built around the center stone. This is the model. Make sure that there's no space between the stone and the halo. That's one thing, and everything else, everything is done down to the T. So when I have a digital scan, there's no room for mistakes. Plus, obviously, we're making the ring exactly in her finger size from the get-go, so we don't ever have to worry about cutting the ring and bending it back and forth to make it fit. After I have that rendering in my computer screen, I built the ring, a 3D CAD around that. You see the 3D CAD on my computer screen. The next step is simple. We upload that to a 3D printer, and the 3D printer would printed a 3-dimensional model out of a wax. Here, folks, is a 3D printer. I'm not going to show you the brand because that's confidential inside information. I don't want my competitors to copy the stuff I do. As we know, they're like 10 years behind. 3D printer of a ring. It's being printed from this machine or 3D printer. After I create the ring style in a CAD file, computer animated design, I upload the file and the printer starts making my model. Once I have the model, I'll make the mold. and that took about 12 hours. So after I set it up to print overnight, went home, came back the next morning, my wax model was done. That ring I showed you in the computer screen, the wax printer already printed it. The 3D printer printed the model. This is what we're going to actually make a mold of and cast it in the precious metal. And once the model and make a mold for it and have it casted. When I have it casted in the white gold, the next day I get it back from the caster, and the whole thing it's a little rough, but we have pretty much transitioned from a wax model to a white gold casting. Now this is the casted white gold. This is the actual ring. It's not polished yet. This is just the casting, straight out of the mold, straight out of the casting tree. That's a sprue that's gonna go. But this is the general shape. It's gonna get cleaned up, polished up, drill a whole bunch of holes in it, set all the diamonds in it, and then finally put the big diamond in there. But folks, we're making progress, and we're doing it quick, and we're doing it accurately. The casting needs to be polished up, and the sprue and the bunch of rough edges need to be filed down with emery board and a file. Here's how I did that. Once all of that is done, this is what it looks like. It's not completely polished, but we got all the rough edges out by hand. The next step was to have the ring pre-polished. You just want to get it a little bit more shinier, and we do that with a rotating with a motor and a brush on it, a bunch of different brush bits that you could put on there to get into the little crevices and polish everything out. As you can tell, there's a rotating motor, and at this point we have a small brush on there, brush bit, and just getting into little parts of the ring to get it really nice and shiny. We're using a special paste that allows us to polish white gold. Now everything is cleaned up, the sprues are removed, it's pre-polished, it's looking nice and bright. It's ready to get the holes drilled into it to have the diamonds set into it. You can't polish the most of the ring after you set diamonds in it, because obviously there's diamonds there. You want to get as much of it polished as possible. It's called a pre-polish. It's not the final step. Okay, the next step is I drill a whole bunch of holes everywhere that I'm going to put little micro pavé set diamonds in the ring. Here's how that looks. As you can see, we put a bunch of holes in there. Wherever you see holes, we obviously going to put small little diamonds. While that's being done, I'm already sorting through my diamonds to pick only the best and brightest diamonds that fit for the measurement that we need. All of those diamonds are set into the ring using micro pavé technology, which allows me to set all these diamonds really close together. We're looking through a high-powered microscope, and when we zoom out, we don't actually see the metal holding the diamonds in place. We just see a totally diamond-encrusted ring, which is what everyone loves and not everyone can do. Once we set all those little diamonds in it, the next step is put the big diamond in there. We set the big diamond in there, it fits like a glove, polish it up, take some pictures of it, and then have the exact carat weights laser engraved on the inside of the band. This entire entire process took me about 12 days, and I didn't work the weekend, and Monday was a holiday, so 12 days start to finish, and not all those days I was actually working on the ring, but I had a 14-day, I promised them 14 days, and I made it happen in 12 days. The next step is simple. I put it in a box. Masterpiece. Super sparkly diamonds everywhere you look. Humongous center diamond. This is what I do all day, folks. It's Mike. The ring I've been showing you that I was creating is completely done. Super bright, tiny little diamonds everywhere you look. Humongous colorless diamond, or near colorless diamond in the center, I should say. 8 carat. There you go. I have a special account with Federal Express which allows me to insure these high value packages. There's only one place in the entire city that I'm allowed to drop off these packages, and there's a protocol we follow to make sure that the box doesn't look weird, and a bunch of other security measures I can't get into in this video to make sure that the diamond that she picks up is the same one that I shipped. Take a look how this ring ended up looking. I'm just gonna shut up and let you enjoy all this micro pave goodness. All that glittery sparkle.
The only thing, again, obviously, it's still a lot of money, but the only thing you have to figure out is like the taxes.
Folks, there's no secret about how to make rings look like this. Just everyone else is lazy. I make it happen for a fraction of the cost of the people that can make it happen. Watch these videos. All right, there you have it, folks. The ring I was showing you the entire time, step by step, is done. It's beautiful. Diamonds everywhere, pretty much everywhere you look. They're all micro pave set, which means they're set really close together. A huge emerald cut 8.88 carat center diamond, near colorless, obviously GIA certified. The ring looks amazing, and I got it all done in about 12 days. I got 2 days to spare for my deadline. Did not work the weekends, and Monday was a holiday. Let's take a look at this thing. Enjoy the view. The next step is really just to put it in a box and ship it out, but I'm just gonna record a little bit of it. I also inscribed the carat weights inside the shank, and I know the exact carat weights down to the 100th of a carat because I'm the one that set all these diamonds in here, so I know exactly what's inside. Zoom in, there you see it says 18 carat, that's for the white gold, 8.88 carat, that's the center stone, and 1.47 carats, that's for all the tiny little round diamonds set pretty much everywhere. And they're all micro pave set, like I said. That's pretty much my specialty, which allows me to set tiny little diamonds really close together where you don't see metal when you zoom out. It just looks like a totally encrusted work of art. This is a type of ring that even jewelers will admire. There you go, take a look at that. You see that? Even a jeweler has to pick it up and take a close look at it.
Definitely the way to go.
This one, yeah.
I still think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Just thank you very much. All right. Back to what we were doing. All right, folks, this is what I do all day long. Call me when you're ready. I recorded throughout the entire process just so you can see how I can do this. I know you love how the ring looked. Customizing rings is not a problem for me. It's what I do. If you're ready for the budget, if you got my money, I got your diamond. Call me, folks. 212-921-4647. I'm looking for serious clients ready to celebrate wonderful events in their life, 20-year anniversary, engagements, whatever. Let's celebrate. Let's make it happen with a big, beautiful diamond ring. 50,000, 100,000, 250,000, 300,000, $500,000, $1 million. No problem. It's what I do. If I can't help you, no one can.